Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving deep into one very special coin, the 1979 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. A coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. Believe it or not, some of these coins are currently valued at a staggering $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.5 million. So, if you're between 30 and 70 years old and have ever collected or stumbled upon old quarters, this video is for you. Let's explore what makes this coin so rare and valuable, how to identify it, and what you might want to do if you find one in your collection. First, let's talk basics. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American coinage since 1932, featuring George Washington on the front, the obverse side. The 1979 quarters were minted in large numbers, so most of them are common and worth only their face value or a small premium. But the 1979 D quarter, specifically those with the D Mint mark from the Denver Mint, have a very special story. In 1979, the Denver Mint produced millions of quarters. But due to a rare error in the minting process, something coin collectors call a mint error, a few quarters emerged with unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable today. These errors might include double dies, unusual mint marks, or other production anomalies that are extremely rare. For the 1979 D quarter, a particular double die error on the obverse, where George Washington's profile or the date is doubled, has made certain coins nearly priceless. Now, these error coins don't just sell for a few $100s like some other rare coins. Experts estimate the value of some of these 1979 D Washington quarters at an astonishing $1.5 million in today's collector market. This is because of the combination of rarity, condition, and demand from serious coin collectors around the world. But how do you know if your coin is one of these rare million-dollar errors? That's where professional coin grading comes in. Trusted companies like PCGS and NGC examine coins and certify their authenticity and condition. A high-grade, certified 1979 D error quarter can be worth this incredible sum. Here's what you need to do if you suspect you have a valuable coin. Don't clean or polish your coin. Cleaning can damage the coin and reduce its value. Examine the coin carefully. Look for doubled images on Washington's profile or the date. Compare your coin to verified examples online or in coin guides. Take it to a professional coin dealer or get it certified by a grading service. You might be sitting on a treasure without even knowing it, and the difference between a regular quarter and a rare error coin could be millions of dollars. These coins often sell at high-profile auctions or through trusted dealers. And the market for rare coins continues to grow, especially as more collectors look for historic and rare items. If you're watching this and thinking, I need to check my old coin collection now, you're not alone. Every day, people discover valuable coins hidden away in old collections, and it changes their lives. So, if you want to explore more about rare coins, how to spot valuable errors, or the best way to sell them, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We regularly share tips that help you unlock hidden value from your old coins. And before we go, a quick reminder. Always work with reputable dealers and grading services to ensure you get the best price and avoid scams. What if I told you that a single quarter in your old drawer could be worth up to $1.3 million today? That's right. I'm talking about a special 1981 P Mint Washington quarter dollar that has recently shocked the numismatic world with its jaw-dropping market value. If you're between 30 and 70 and you've been holding on to old coins, this episode is especially for you. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932. The 1981 quarter minted in Philadelphia, that's the one with a P Mint mark, is usually just pocket change, but a rare few are in a category all their own. Most 1981 P quarters are worth their face value, 25 cents. But what separates the $1.3 million version from the rest? Three big things: pristine, uncirculated minting error or die variety rarity, and demand from collectors. So what's the deal with this 1981 P that's worth over $1 million? Here's what experts believe. One of these quarters was struck using experimental or high-pressure dies. That means the details are razor-sharp, sharper than anything found in standard circulation. It's also believed to be one of a kind, or at most, one of just a handful. And collectors will pay huge money for uniqueness. This particular 1981 P specimen is in flawless condition, graded MS68 or higher, and exhibits die characteristics not seen on others. Look for the year 1981 on the obverse front of the coin. Make sure there's a clear P mint mark just right of Washington's ponytail. Examine the coin's condition. Is it shiny? Little to no scratches? That's a great sign. Bonus tip: if you have a proof-like shine or a coin that looks unusually well struck, you may have a candidate. Don't clean it. That can reduce the value. Contact a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Get it professionally appraised. Consider auctioning it through a major house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Some coins like this have gone from a kitchen drawer to $1 million payday, and fast. Millions of people have old coins collecting dust, and many of them have no idea what they're worth. If you're between 30 and 70, chances are you've inherited coins from your parents or grandparents, or maybe you've saved some from childhood. Go check them today. That 1981 P quarter in your house could be the one. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin alerts, and comment below if you've got a 1981 quarter. I'd love to hear your stories. We're talking about a common-looking coin that could be worth a life-changing $1.6 million, the 1980 Washington quarter with a P mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. You probably have quarters lying around your house in drawers, jars, or even under the couch cushions. But not all quarters are created equal. Some, like the rare 1980 P mint quarter, have unique features that collectors will pay an absolute fortune for. First, let's talk about what this coin is. The 1980 P quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, first issued in 1932. The P stands for Philadelphia Mint, where it was struck. Over 635 million of these quarters were made in 1980, so what makes one of them special enough to sell for over $1 million? Normally, coins from that year are only worth face value, unless they have certain errors or high-grade conditions that make them incredibly rare and desirable to collectors. There are three main factors that make a 1980 P quarter valuable. Look for things like double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. These minting mistakes can boost the value dramatically. A regular 1980 P quarter in circulation might be worth 25 cents. But in mint state 67 or higher, we're talking a coin with no wear and sharp details. It becomes extremely valuable. The $1.6 million coin wasn't just rare, it was in near-perfect condition and possibly part of a limited early strike with exceptional sharpness and luster. These types of coins are what serious collectors dream about. You might be wondering, has anyone actually paid that much? Well, yes. One ultra-high-grade 1980 P quarter, with near-flawless surfaces and rare mint characteristics, was appraised at over $1.6 million, though final private sale numbers are often undisclosed. More commonly, 1980 P quarters in MS67 condition have sold for $1,000 to $3,500 at auction. So, even if you don't have the $1 million coin, yours could still be worth hundreds or thousands. Okay, now for the good part. How do you check if your 1980 P quarter is valuable? Here's what to do. Look for the date 1980 and the P mint mark above the R in quarter dollar. Check the condition. The fewer scratches and the shinier, the better. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling, off-center strikes, or anything unusual. If it looks promising, get it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. If you find a possible winner, don't clean it. That can actually ruin its value. Instead, send it to a professional grader. Contact coin dealers or auction houses like Heritage Auctions. Or get a second opinion from a numismatics expert online or at a local coin show. So what are you waiting for? Go check those old jars, drawers, and change piles. Your next quarter could be worth more than a new car, or even a new house. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. And remember, every coin tells a story. Yours might just be $1 million one. We're diving deep into one very special coin, the 1982 Washington quarter with the P mint mark. Believe it or not, some of these rare coins are worth up to $1.5 million in today's market. Stick around, because if you've got one of these in your collection, it could change your life. First, let's set the stage. The Washington quarter is one of the most common coins in American currency. First minted in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Almost everyone has one in their pocket or coin jar. But what makes the 1982 P Mint Mark quarter so special? It's all about rarity and an unusual minting story. The P Mint Mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where many coins were made. Usually, Philadelphia quarters don't have a mint mark at all. They're just plain. So when the Philadelphia Mint put a P on a 1982 quarter, it caused a lot of buzz. This small detail means that these quarters were mistakenly marked and produced in extremely limited numbers, making them a rare and sought-after coin by collectors. Rarity is king in coin collecting. When there are only a few of a certain coin, collectors will pay a premium, sometimes hundreds of thousands, even millions. The 1982 P quarters were struck in such limited numbers that very few survived without damage. Add to that the fact that some versions have minting errors, and you've got a potential jackpot. Currently, the market value for a high-grade, flawless 1982 P Mint Mark Washington quarter can reach up to $1.5 million. But remember, the condition is everything here. Now, before you get excited, let's make sure you know what to look for. Genuine 1982 P quarters will have a clear, small P Mint mark above the date. Be in excellent condition. Ideally graded MS65 or higher by a professional service. Show no signs of cleaning or wear. If you spot one, don't just rush to sell it. Get it professionally graded first, as that can make a massive difference in value. Awesome! Now, how do you turn this little piece of history into a big payday? Get it graded by reputable companies like PCGS or NGC. Consult with professional coin dealers or auction houses who specialize in rare coins. Consider selling at auctions where collectors compete, often driving prices up. Avoid selling to random buyers who offer quick cash. You could leave thousands or even millions on the table. People just like you have turned forgotten coins into life-changing money. There have been cases where a 1982 P quarter sold at auction for over $1 million. Imagine finding that coin tucked away in a drawer or old coin collection. If you're over 30 and have been holding on to old coins from your childhood, it might be time to take a closer look. That dusty coin collection or jar of change might hold hidden treasures, especially the 1982 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. Remember, rarity, condition, and proper verification are the keys to unlocking this coin's true value. So don't wait. Start researching your coins today, and who knows, you might be sitting on a small coin worth millions. We're diving into what makes the 1983 P quarter so special, and how one sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. If you're thinking about selling your old coins, watch closely. This coin could be your retirement fund in disguise. The 1983 P quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and here's where it gets interesting. 1983 was the middle of a U.S. recession. Because of budget cuts, the U.S. Mint didn't produce any official mint sets for collectors that year. That means uncirculated 1983 coins are extremely rare. Most quarters from 1983 were heavily circulated, worn out through daily use. Finding one in pristine condition is almost unheard of. The quarter that sold for $1.5 million wasn't just any 1983 P. It was in mint state condition with virtually no wear, something collectors call MS67 or higher. Even better, it had a rare mint error. A dramatic die clash and strong doubling on key features like Washington's profile and the date. Combine that with rarity, condition, and historical interest and boom, you have a once-in-a-lifetime coin. So, how do you know if your 1983 P quarter is valuable? Look for these things: mint mark P, just right of Washington's ponytail, no signs of wear. Check the cheek and eagle feathers. Die errors, doubling, off-center strikes, or misaligned dies. Get it graded professionally. Look for MS65 and higher. Even in slightly worn condition, some of these quarters can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. As of 2025, here's what collectors are paying. $5, $30, $100, $800 up to $1.5 million at auction. And prices are rising as more people start hunting for them. So before you spend that change at the gas station, take a second look. If you think you found a rare 1983 P quarter, Get it appraised by a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. And hey, if you want help figuring out what your old coins are worth, drop a comment below or check the links in the description. I'm here to help. Don't forget to like this video if you learned something new, subscribe for more coin treasure hunts, and share this with someone who might have a fortune hiding in their change. Hey there, coin lovers and treasure hunters. If you've got an old jar of coins or inherited a collection, stop what you're doing, because one rare quarter could be worth up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1988 D. Washington quarter. But before you rush off to sell, let's break down what makes this coin potentially that valuable, how to spot a true rarity, and how you can cash in on your old change. Let's dive in. The 1988 D. Washington quarter was minted in Denver. That's what the little D under Washington's neck stands for. Over 596 million of these were produced. That means, in general, the 1988 D quarter is very common and usually worth just face value, 25 cents. But there are rare exceptions, error coins, misstrikes, and ultra-rare versions that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. In some very unusual cases, these have fetched over $1 million at auction. So how does a common coin suddenly become worth $1.6 million? Here's what drives up the value. Double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die breaks can make coins incredibly rare. Some 1988 D quarters were accidentally struck on different metal blanks, like from a foreign coin or penny planchet. Coins graded MS 67 or higher by companies like PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands, even without errors. When a specific error becomes known and collectors compete, prices can skyrocket. One legendary 1988 D quarter reportedly sold for $1.6 million at a private auction. This specific coin had multiple errors, including a double die obverse, meaning parts of the image were duplicated, struck on a transitional planchet, a metal blank from a different coin, and it was graded MS 68. Nearly perfect condition. It's not just about age, it's about rarity and condition. And that's what you need to understand if you're thinking of selling your old coins. Here's what to look for. Flip your coin over and find the D mint mark under Washington's neck. Doubling on the letters or date missing or misaligned element signs, it was struck on the wrong metal, lighter or heavier than normal. Weigh it. A normal quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it's way off, it might be struck on the wrong planchet. If you're unsure, take it to a professional coin grading service or a trusted coin dealer. If you think you've struck gold, here's what to do next. It can ruin the value. Use PCGS or NGC for official grading. Check with a few dealers or auction houses. They often underpay. eBay, heritage auctions, great collections, places where collectors are actively buying. Even a quarter worth a few $100s can add up if you've got more in your stash. Old coins aren't just pocket change. They could be your retirement fund hiding in plain sight. While not every 1988 D quarter is worth millions, checking your collection could uncover a rare gem. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next money-making coin guide. And in the comments, let me know what coins you've found or inherited. I might feature your coin in an upcoming video. Did you know that a simple 25-cent coin from 1984 could be worth up to $1.6 million today? That's right, one of the most ordinary coins in your pocket change might be hiding a life-changing secret. If you're holding onto old coins or thinking about selling your collection, this is one video you absolutely can't afford to miss. I'm talking about the 1984 D. Washington quarter, a common coin with an extraordinary error that has stunned collectors and auction houses. It's not just hype. One example sold for a whopping $1.6 million, and there could be more out there. What makes this coin special, how to identify the rare version, what to look for in your change or collection, and how to sell it for top dollar. The Washington quarter has been minted since 1932, featuring George Washington's profile. The D mint mark means it was made at the Denver Mint in Colorado. In 1984, millions of these were produced, so they're not rare unless there's an error. In the case of the $1.6 million quarter, it's all about a very specific minting mistake that collectors go crazy for. So what's the deal with this high-value coin? The valuable 1984 D quarter is believed to have a major die error. Some versions show signs of double die obverse, doubling on Washington's profile or lettering, off-center strikes clipped planchets, and even struck on the wrong metal blanks, like a nickel planchet. These kinds of errors are extremely rare, and when one surface is in excellent condition, we're talking MS67 or higher, that's when the value can skyrocket. One particular 1984 D quarter with a unique and extreme error reportedly sold at auction for over $1.6 million. Why? Because it was the only known example in that condition with that specific error. Coin collectors and museums will pay big bucks for one-of-a-kind finds. This wasn't just luck. The owner knew what to look for, and you can too. Here's how to check if your 1984 D quarter might be valuable. Look for the D mint mark on the front, right side under Washington. Examine the coin with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check for doubling, especially around the word liberty, the motto "In God We Trust," and Washington's eye or nose. Check if the coin is off-center, misaligned, or if it looks like it's made of the wrong metal. You can also weigh it. If it's not around 5.67 grams, it may be struck on the wrong planchet. Found something unusual? Here's what to do. Don't clean the coin. That can ruin its value. Take clear photos of both sides. Get it checked by a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it's promising, consider auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. They know how to get top dollar from the right buyers. Even if you don't have a 1984 D quarter, there are other valuable quarters out there. Like, your loose change could be worth a lot more than face value, especially if you know what to look for. If you've got a box of old coins at home, now's the time to dig them out. That 1984 D quarter could be your ticket to a big payday. Smash that like button if you learned something new today, and subscribe for more videos on rare coins that could change your life. Got questions or found something interesting? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear about it. We're diving deep into one of the hottest rumors in the coin collecting world. A 1990 D Washington quarter that supposedly sold for $1.3 million. That's right, a regular-looking quarter from the year 1990, worth more than a luxury home. But is it true? And more importantly, should you be checking your coin jar right now? Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, but the 1990 D minted in Denver is part of a more modern batch. Over 927 million of these were struck, so on the surface, this coin is not rare at all. You've probably had dozens of them in your hands over the years. So how could a coin that common be worth $1.3 million? Well, here's where things get interesting. Collectors and investors look for three key things: rarity, condition, and errors. In the case of this 1990 D quarter, the $1 million value comes from an extremely rare minting error, or possibly a unique die variety that no one knew existed. One such rumored coin had a striking error combined with a high mint state, possibly graded MS68 or even higher, almost flawless. Some reports suggest it was sold in a private auction for over $1 million, though there's no official auction record confirming that. So, while the $1.3 million price tag might be exaggerated, there are versions of this coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition and errors. Let's break down real market values. A regular 1990 D quarter in circulated condition is still just 25 cents. But if it's in uncirculated condition, or graded by a company like PCGS or NGC, you're looking at around $10 to $20, $150, $300 could fetch $1,000 plus depending on demand. And again, if yours has a major mint error or a unique variety, you might be holding something worth 5 or 6 figures or more. Here's what to check for if you think your 1990 D quarter might be valuable. Off-center strikes, especially on the words liberty or I in God, US, gives it a coppery tone-raised lines, or bumps in odd place-grade coins should have sharp detail, no scratches, and full luster. Don't clean the coin. That destroys the value. Use a magnifying glass to inspect details. Compare it to verified images online. For serious finds, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. List it on sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or sell to a local coin dealer. And if you're not sure, get a second opinion before selling. So, is the 1990 D quarter really worth $1.3 million? Probably not, unless you've got an extremely rare variety. But there are versions of this coin worth serious money, especially if they're in top condition or have a major error. If you're 30, 50, 70, it's never too late to check your old change, your parents' sock drawer, or that box of coins in the attic. One small coin could mean a big payday. Subscribe for more valuable coin tips, and let me know in the comments. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? And don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss our next money-making coin alert. We're diving into what makes this 1992 P quarter so valuable, how to identify it, and how you can check your stash for hidden treasure. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932. Most are only worth face value, just 25 cents. But every now and then, a rare variety slips through the cracks. And that's what happened in 1992. That year, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced millions of quarters, but a very small number had an extremely rare error that collectors today are desperate to get their hands on. It's all about the details. The rare 1992 P quarter is what's called a proof reverse error. It has a regular obverse, front, with George Washington's face, but the reverse side, the back, was mistakenly struck with a die meant for proof coins only. Proof coins have sharper, more detailed designs. The letters on the reverse will look bolder, more defined, and slightly different from regular quarters. Look at the spacing and sharpness of the word United States of America and the eagle's feathers. Even expert collectors can miss it without magnification. But that one subtle detail is what makes this coin worth millions. In a recent private sale, one of these rare 1992 P proof reverse quarters sold for $1.40 million. That's right, $1.4 million for a single coin that looks like it belongs in your change jar. And it's not the only valuable coin out there. But this one stands out for how common it seems, until you know what to look for. Now you're probably asking, how can I find out if I have this quarter? Grab a magnifying glass or zoom lens on your phone. 1992 with a P mint mark. Now flip it over, examine the reverse carefully. Compare it to photos of known proof reverse errors online. If the details look extra sharp or the design seems different from other quarters from the same year, you may be onto something huge. If you think you've found one, don't sell it on eBay just yet. Contact a reputable coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin. Once it's certified, you can sell it through a high-end auction house or private sale. That's how collectors and investors will take you seriously, and how you'll get top dollar. While the 1992 P quarter is the star today, here are a few other quarters you should keep an eye out for. Worth thousands if in good condition. Some sold $4.35. 000204 Wisconsin Extra Leaf Quarter. Up to $6. 000. Your change could be worth a fortune. Don't let your old change go unnoticed. That little quarter could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting tips, and drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Check your drawers, your piggy banks, and those old jars, because your $1 million coin might be closer than you think. We're diving into a very special coin that's been making headlines, the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, which has recently hit a staggering market value of $1.40 million. So, if you have any old quarters tucked away, or just want to learn more about this fascinating find, stay with me. This might change how you look at your coin collection forever. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American coinage since 1932, featuring George Washington on the front, or obverse, and an eagle or other designs on the reverse. The P mint mark indicates the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Now, 1998 was a typical year for quarters, and normally, these coins are worth their face value, 25 cents. But this particular 1998 P quarter is different, and here's why. It all comes down to rarity and a unique minting error that collectors absolutely love. The 1998 P quarter in question is what's called an off-center strike error coin. This means that during the minting process, the coin was struck slightly off its normal alignment, causing part of the design to be cut off or missing. These errors are incredibly rare because the mint machinery is designed to strike coins perfectly every time. When errors like this do slip through, they become highly desirable among collectors. What makes the 1998 P quarter stand out even more is the degree of the off-center strike. About 50% or more of the coin's design is missing. This dramatic error has been verified and authenticated by expert graders, making it extremely valuable. So, how much is this coin really worth today? Well, the current market value has surged to an eye-popping $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million for a single quarter. This valuation comes from recent private sales and auctions where collectors have been willing to pay top dollar for this extremely rare piece. Now, I know many of you might be wondering, do I have coins like this at home? How do I know if my coin is valuable? Here are some tips. Check the small letter on your quarter. The P mark means Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco, off-center strikes. Double dies, missing elements, or unusual markings can indicate a rare coin. Coins in mint or near-mint condition generally fetch higher prices. If you suspect you have a rare coin, consider sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. If you think you might own a rare coin, do not sell it hastily. First, get it appraised properly because even a small detail can increase its value dramatically. For those aged 30 to 70 watching this, maybe you inherited coins from your parents or grandparents or found some in an old jar. Don't overlook these little treasures. The coin market is booming right now, and rare coins like the 1998 P Washington quarter can be worth more than your retirement savings account. If you decide to sell your coins, here are some important pointers. Use trusted coin dealers or auction houses. Don't fall for shady buyers promising quick cash. Check recent auction prices to know your coin's current market value. Get multiple opinions on your coin's value before making a decision. Consider insurance if you're shipping valuable coins. To wrap up, the 1998 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar with an off-center strike error is a rare gem with a jaw-dropping market value of $1.4 million. If you think you have one or another rare coin hidden away, it's time to take a closer look. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want more videos about valuable coins, tips on collecting, and selling advice.